guys. This is going to be a what I eat in a day. I'll make this quick because I do have to leave. What I eat in a day on a calorie deficit. Today's my official day, my first day back in a deficit after many months. So I start my day off with coffee, obviously, and my first cup of coffee, I do not count any calories. I make it exactly how I want, and I alter everything else I eat in a day. So I'll be adding this cold foam, 45 calories for a third cup, and then creamer that is 1 tablespoon for 35 calories. So I'm not going to track how many calories. Well, I can kind of eyeball. I know for sure for the cold foam. I don't really do that much cold foam. But for the creamer, I'm not gonna measure nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna pour as much as I want because I don't really, focus on my first cup of coffee of the day. Okay, so here's how it looks. I did not do a lot. So yeah. Okay, so I got my snacks, Diet Coke, and a little bar. And this bar is 170 calories, I believe. Yeah. For the whole bar. I got here a little early. I only have to do one reset today. But they gave me a heads up that the lady that's going to check in tomorrow at this unit, she's very OCD. So I literally have a ton of stuff. Everything is going to be brand new. She requested brand new towels, brand new sheets, brand new everything. And she requested that I record myself literally taking the sheets out of the, packaging and putting them on the bed so she could know that the sheets and the towels are brand new. So I have to record myself, opening everything and showing like, hey, yeah, this is new. Anyway. I am just waiting for the guests that are there now to check out so that I can, start. And I did want to talk about my weight loss journey a little bit. I started this in 2021 after COVID. I had a medical emergency in February of 2021. I was rushed to the ER, blah, blah, blah. So I started having issues with my gut. I was diagnosed with PCOS. And other, just a lot of problems in 2021. So then my gyno recommended that I lose 20 pounds. So my heaviest I was almost 230. So I was like 225, 229-ish. She put me on metformin. But she didn't know how I would do on metformin. So she was like, okay, take this for 3 months and then you come back and, we'll give you more as you lose weight. So I was on metformin for 3 months. And for those 3 months, I lost 10 pounds on it. But I don't like I already said this, I do not like to be on like pills and stuff like that. So I looked up what metformin does, me having PCOS. So it just helps with the insulin. So I'm like, okay, cool. So my issue here is the insulin. So how can I fix my insulin naturally? Fiber. I'm like, okay, cool. So high fiber diets, right? And high protein. So what should I know when I consume high fiber diet? I don't even like to use the word diet. But what should I do when you consume a lot of fiber? Drink a lot of water. Okay, so high fiber, high protein, and lots of water. I went from 225-ish on metformin. I went down, and then I just started losing weight naturally. I have not gained a single pound, not 1 pound, since I started this weight loss journey in 2021. Not a single pound, and I'm now 164. I did not want to rush this because I knew I wanted it to be a lifestyle for the rest of my life. I changed a lot of things that I knew I would be comfortable with, like living and doing these things for the rest of my life. A lot of people don't do that. They just do these little quick things and no carbs, da 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 da, and then next thing you know, boom, you gain all your weight back within 2 years. Why? Because you didn't switch, the things that you like to consume. I didn't restrict myself. I'm like, I'm still gonna have a donut because I like donuts. I'm still gonna have chocolate because I like chocolate. But instead of eating a whole bar of chocolate, I'm gonna just eat a couple blocks and be okay. You have to train your mind. It's really all up here. So yeah, the first 10 pounds was because of metformin. Then I got off that. High fiber, y'all. I started taking psyllium husk. That really helped me, which is a soluble fiber. Psyllium husk before 30 minutes before my meals. I started off 3 times a day, and then I reduced it to 2 times a day, and then I reduced it to once a day until my body just became used to just eating whatever portion I was giving it. And I was just losing weight. I was active. I was going through a breakup too, so I was like walking a lot. I was at the park just walking a lot. At that time, I wasn't lifting weights. I've only been lifting weights for a year. But I was just walking a lot, and I started cleaning for a friend that had a cleaning business. We fell off, started my own damn thing. And I was just, walking. And there was a point that I was not exercising at all. It's just like the food. And I was just dropping weight because I did it slowly. I wasn't rushing to lose 60 pounds in 1 year, 30 pounds in whatever. I literally did it the slow way. And I have not gained a pound since 2021. I have kept the weight off. And that's the same thing that I'll do now. I'm not in a rush to lose these 10 pounds. I don't mind if I lose these 10 pounds over the course of like 5 to 6 months. It's very slow, but I know if I can lose 10 pounds within the next 6 months, I will not gain this weight back. I know I will lose it sooner, only because I'm very active, and being in a deficit, like I will most likely be 10 pounds down within like 2.5 months. So yeah, I switched it. I knew I liked soda, so instead of having regular soda, I started drinking zero sugar soda, which is 0 calories. I do not really cook with a lot of oils and butters. There's 100 and something calories in 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So I stopped cooking with all these things. If I'm making something that's fatty, I will use the fat from that meat to cook whatever I need to cook, honey. Let's say if I'm making burgers, I literally just put the burger on a non-stick pan and just let it, I'm cooking with the fat. If I'm making like eggs and bacon, I'll make the bacon first and then use the bacon grease to make my eggs. I try to really say you just really have to be aware of what you're eating. Just be aware of what you're eating. And also when you consume high fiber foods, you're not really hungry a lot because, it keeps you full for a long time. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. And I've just been losing the weight. But I didn't like the look that I had. I was like a skinny fat, if that's even a thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. I want to get a personal trainer and, start lifting weights so I can just like sculpt and mold my body. So then I got my personal trainer last May. Yeah, last May I got my personal trainer. I've been working out with her. She was amazing. Shaped my body, honey. And obviously she moved, so I do not have a trainer anymore, but I know what to do. I have dumbbells at home. I don't plan on lifting any heavier than I am right now. So I'm just because I'm very active, I walk a lot, I'll stick to lifting weights 3 times a week instead of 5 times. I used to work out 5 times a week, but that got me super, 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 super tired. And I was really slow at work. So because I need to move, I'm gonna stick to 3 times a week, which is good. I won't be too sore. And it's like I'm just literally just trying to get to a healthy weight, and I like the shape of my body right now, so I'm not too focused on getting my arms to look a certain way or getting more. I did want to have like a little muscular look to me, but I think I'm okay the way I am. I'm just gonna lift weights because, you know, strength training is healthy. Especially what I do. I've been lifting and moving and all this. That's why I have to be strong. But yeah, I will insert pictures, obviously, of how I looked. Okay, I'm not proud. And I forgot to say that my weight fluctuates a lot. Like, I've had this problem since I was a little girl. Okay, I've been super fat majority of my childhood, then I lost weight, and then I gained weight again, and then I lost weight. When I moved to Houston, I was at a nice weight, okay, because I had broken up with somebody back home. So I had my little revenge body, and I was at that weight for a year and a half. Moved to Houston, got into a relationship, and gained like 30 pounds within the first 2 months of me dating my ex. And we were together for 4 years because his love language was, you know, just feeding me all the goddamn time. So yeah, and I just kept getting fatter throughout the course of the whole relationship, okay? And I'm talking 9 minutes, golly. This is why I don't like to talk too much. But I gained a lot of weight with him. We're together for 4 years, so I was just expanding, honey. But we were still together when I was diagnosed with PCOS and when I started my weight loss journey. But obviously we broke up later that year. I was already like 20 pounds down by the time we broke up. And yeah, honey, I've just been on my journey since then. It is, what is it? Is it 7 p.m. or 8 p.m.? I don't even know. It might be probably almost 8 p.m. and I just now finished. Today I've had coffee, the bar from CVS, the Diet Coke, and I got some cookies and a gift for me for Christmas. So obviously I ate a couple cookies. I'm super tired. I just want to go home. I don't even want to cook, but I do have to eat something because I moved my body a lot. Okay, I have been moving my body since freaking 8 a.m. So I do have to eat. I'll eat something. I did probably not hit my 1600 calorie goal. I'm probably a little under, but man, I'm like, this is my life. Like, there's nothing else I can do. So hopefully tomorrow I can get to 1600.